It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, hello. Good evening to everyone. And hello, whichever part of the world you're dialing in from, right? I see a lot of my friends on the call already. There's Alina, there's Cass, there is Joanna, Mercy, Tor, Susie, Woon, Sarah, Ria. Wow. I mean, I see people from so many countries. So it's great having you guys on the call. And, it's going to be a fun 20 minutes. I've got with me a bunch of really fantastic panelists, and we're going to hear from them at the end of this call. So let me introduce myself a little. My name is Dephy. And, for the last 25 years, I've been a traditional business owner. And during that time, I've, developed businesses locally in Malaysia, as well as in another country. And, I'm pretty familiar with running traditional businesses. But in the last 10 years or so, I met some really amazing people. And they develop businesses in a modern way. They develop e-commerce businesses, and they help companies open new markets all over the world. So in the last 10 years, I saw their success. I saw the way they built businesses. And I knew that there was something missing with the way that I was doing things. The success that I could gain was not anything like what they had. And when they called me at the beginning of 2023 last year to share with me the idea of their new project, I instantly jumped in, simply because, I didn't want to get left out. I didn't want to get left out with the latest technology, the best things that were happening, and a different way to do things. So for the next 20 minutes, I will be sharing a little bit about the company and the background and what exactly this project is about that, that my friends are doing. Yeah. So I'm just going to bring up slides here. There we go. Great. So, I think, all of us at this time are looking probably for a different way to do things and to, enjoy our time and to spend time with people. So I think that, this project that my friends are doing really comes through, well, at least to me, at a very good time where I wanted to have more freedom. I want to have more ways to spend my time. I want to see a little bit more value out of the effort that I'm making, right? And also, I want to be able to do the things that I really want to do, you know? And so, you know, right at the fundamental of this vision of 3 is, you know, being able to spend more time with ourselves, being able to spend more time with the people we care about, and also to do more for our communities, people around us. Now, the company is founded and based in the United States, headquartered in Lehigh, USA, right? And it came about, as I said, you know, from a group of friends of mine who were extremely, extremely successful in building, you know, businesses and growing distribution markets around the world. And 30, 40 of these successful business people came together to build 3. And in the last 1 year, 3 has been really successful. They have offices in Hong Kong right now and in Indonesia and a few other regional offices in Asia that are coming up. The direction and the focus of 3 is built around the experience of leaders and people who themselves have actually, you know, gone out and created success in terms of financial success, created success in terms of people dynamics. They've actually shown leadership in the field, success in terms of being able to help other people to reach success. So it's a really amazing team that has come together to lead the direction and the vision of 3, right? Behind 3, or in the core of it, is the management team. So the group of successful entrepreneurs had selected a group of people to build and to operate this company. And the CEO of this company is Mr. Daniel Pico. He's a great guy. I mean, if you meet a CEO and he's not just all brain, he's all brain and all heart. He's a great guy. He's a guy who he's a person who really loves people. And it's amazing to have a company, you know, led by a person who cares about their people. At the center of the management team also is Dr. Dan Gubler. And I can tell you this, there are very few companies out there that have a scientist, right, in the middle of the management team. And when they do, you know that they're not a normal company. They are actually very, very focused in the central aspect of research and development. So Dr. Dan Gubler, he's already a very well-known scientist. And, you know, he's sitting as a chief scientific officer on the management team. Also is on the management team is the Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Troy Moore, and his experience is fantastic. He has helped companies to distribute over $1 billion worth of goods, you know, in his past experience, and he comes with a very wide, you know, knowledge of how to ensure products get to customers' hands safely and quickly. And so this management team really has the experience to spearhead the growth and the development of this company. So what is it that 3 really offers, and what is at the conversation here, right? So 3 is a company that offers anyone who wants to build a modern business. 3 offers people to become its business partner and to own a cross-border social e-commerce business. So the opportunity here is, hey, you know, people get to partner with 3 and to become an e-commerce business owner. And just like that, they have access. All their business partners right now has access to 15 markets in the world. So that's really pretty awesome, right? So the markets are US, Canada, Greater China, Hong Kong, Macau, Indonesia, and quite a lot of the Asian countries, as well as Philippines, New Zealand, and Australia. So yeah, you know, being a partner with 3 really means being able to be an e-commerce business owner, cross-border in all these 15 countries, you know, very, you know, instantly, yeah? So in the last 1 year, what has 3 built, and who are the people who love what 3 does and where they're going and the whole direction of the company? So in the last 1 year, you know, since the company was launched in May last year, the people who have grown from a few thousands to now tens of thousands in these 15 countries. And I can tell you, there are 3 groups of people who absolutely love to love to identify with the company. The first are people like myself, right? We want our own time. We want more freedom. We want a different way to do things, and wanting to also take care of ourselves at that time, right? So the first group of people who really identify with 3 are people who love to have a new way of, looking at leverage and their time. The second group of people who identify with 3 are people who want better health, right? So in 3, there's a huge, in fact, all of us or most of us, well, all of us, I would think, are people who love to be more healthy and to be well. And the third group of people who connect and want to be with 3 are people who want to be amongst those others who think like them, feel like them, and want to express their way of life like them. So people who want to collaborate, people who want to elevate each other and want to be supportive to all of their friends and their wider community. So, these 3 groups of people have come together in 3. And in the last 1 year, I can tell you it's been a party, right? Because it's been a few thousand and now it's like tens of thousands in so many countries, in 15 countries. And guess what? We are at just the beginning. We have just done phase 1 in the last 1 year. So it's more amazing things to come. Now, what is it that people really, really look for? And what makes 3 different from any other company out there? Well, 3 focuses on the mindset, the different way of looking at things, a new way based on science and technology, a new way of, number 1, being healthy. So 3 focuses on proactive wellness. We take a very proactive stance towards our health, right? That means we want to stay healthy for longer. The second thing that's different from what other people out there do is that 3 focuses on the ability for our physical body system to absorb nutrition. So, it's not just about what we eat, but it is also about the amount that we can absorb after we eat. So that's the other thing. And the last one that makes 3 very different is the focus on whole foods, natural foods and molecules that come from plants, right? So plant nutrition and whole foods, right? Original, organic molecules, right? That are actually extracted from plants. And so, the direction, the future of being healthy is actually based in our ability to keep our genes healthy and therefore, keeping ourselves healthy for a longer period of time. Now, the scientific advisory board, 3 has a scientific advisory board, and they work closely with Dr. Dan Gubler. And we have all these amazing people on the advisory board. We've got medical doctors, from top medical hospitals like Johns Hopkins, Mayo Clinic, right? We've got medical professionals. We've also got fantastic research professionals, who really, really, love the idea and the direction of science that 3 is growing in this space, yeah? So what is it exactly that we do in the company, right? And what is it that takes us away from just being, a regular manufacturer? Because 3 is a research and development company, and they focus on, firstly, discovery, going out to find plant molecules that work and that are useful for human health. And there's a lot of plants out there that have not yet been discovered. So Dr. Dan Gubler goes out onto the field and looks and discovers new plants that are useful for human health. And then in the next step, all these plants are taken back to the lab and they are formulated, they are put together. The best are accumulated and they are put together and they're formulated. And at the very next stage is the addition of the technology that allows the content to be absorbed, right? So you know what? There's a discovery phase of finding what works and then formulating it, putting it together in a very nice formula, and then making sure that we don't just like it, but that we can actually absorb it, right? So Dr. Dan Gubler has got 12 or 13 patents granted or pending for cellular absorption. That's pretty cool. The other thing that makes 3 really stand out is the fact that all these products that 3 produces is already recognized by the PDR.net, which means medical professionals are able to prescribe these products to their patients. The quality is something that medical professionals are able to use. The standards, right? So it has met the quality, met the standards, met the criteria for clinical testing. All these criteria have been met. And therefore, 3 is a product that doctors can actually recommend to their patients. So we also, have this studies all done, and even though a lot of people may just say, it's just another product, but you know what? We're a company with studies, third-party studies done. So the first one is the clinical testing that shows that the products have anything from 3 to 9 times higher absorption compared to local products in the marketplace, okay? So that's really, really fantastic, right? Imagine you have 1 bottle of something that you're trying to use to make yourself healthy. Imagine if you could absorb 3 times more of that to be healthy. That's pretty cool, right? Or 9 times more, right? So yeah, the cellular absorption study shows, the different absorption rates of the products. The second thing is the epigenetic study. The nutrition, because it can be absorbed, it helps our genes to stay healthy for much, much longer, right? And the third one is the superoxide study. And you know what? This superoxide, it's a very naughty molecule that's produced somewhere in our body, in the kidney or something, or liver or something. It's just producing these things. And this molecule, a lot of it causes inflammation in the body. And it has been shown that one of the products reduces the inflammation in the body. So that's really, really cool stuff, right? So it's these documents actually attest to the standards of research that has been done. So at the end of that all, right, we have all the research, we have all the testing, we have all the hard work in the laboratory. What is the company providing to actually make people healthy? So there are 6 different products as a result of all of that work at the background. The first is Vitality. It is a superfood, and Vitality provides, all the nutrition that an adult needs in a day. Look, I don't know how many people go out and actually count how many pieces of carrots or broccoli you eat in a day. Well, I don't. And so I love Vitality because, you know what? It just gives me everything, the nutrition that I'm supposed to have, but which I may not choose naturally in my foods, right? So it's really a shortcut to health, right? Not only that, it gives me great energy in the day, and it clears up the brain, right? I sort of feel really good. Now, the other product is Revive. Revive helps the body to stay at a healthy inflammatory status. And I learned from Dr. Dan Gubler that actually a lot of diseases begin with inflammation somehow, somewhere. And so, Revive helps with maintaining a healthy inflammatory status, healthy inflammation status in the body. And not only that, right? It helps, with reducing the soreness of muscles and, helping people to recover from soreness very much faster. Immune's a product that, in the last 1 month, we've had a huge conversation around gut health, and Immune helps our human gut to stay healthy because it helps the environment to kind of be a positive, vibrant environment. And as a result of that, we are less susceptible to viruses. We are less susceptible to falling sick. And definitely, it also keeps a very nice, when people have a healthy gut, they also have very nice glowing skin, right? The other product is Purify. Purify is a heavy metal detox product. And what it does is it goes into the cells and removes all that heavy metals that have been sitting there for, I don't know, for a year, for 2 years, and maybe for some people, it's for tens of years, right? heavy metals that came in but couldn't go out. And now it's just kind of hanging around and causing our cells to be very inefficient. So Purify goes in and it helps the body to remove all these heavy metals that are plugging up the cells in our body and takes it out in a very nice way. And it's really, it's an amazing product, simply because, I mean, it also helps people to keep their weight in a very nice, natural way. Yeah, pretty amazing. The other one is Eternel. Eternel is an antioxidant product. I mean, antioxidant equals anti-aging, right? Pretty much. So Eternel also helps a lot with people who want to maintain youthfulness. And it's in the science, really. When you can absorb the content of Eternel, what happens is your DNAs remain intact for a really much longer period of time. Not only that, Eternel has got glutathione, has got CoQ10, it's got a bunch of stuff in there that when you absorb it, the body is immediately able to uptake it. And, it helps with moods, it helps with hormones, it helps with sleep, and that's really pretty cool. And the other product is collagen. And, from the beginning, I used to think collagen was all about just, skin and beauty. But I've learned, right, in this 1 year, I've learned that actually collagen is great also for the joints. It's great for the hair, the nails, the cells, right? But here's the fascinating fact. Because the collagen in 3 is highly, highly absorbable because of the technology, right? Dr. Dan Gubler focuses on absorption technology, and all these products are highly absorbable. Well, we take collagen is for just 10 days, and the regime is you take it for 10 days in a month, and then for 20 days, you don't take any of that, and the body relearns to produce its own collagen. And that's a really fantastic space of science, right? So these are the 6 products that are shipping in all 15 countries, and they've been shipping for the last 1 year. So what is it that we get to do with all of this? Well, the company, as I said earlier, offers people the opportunity to have an e-commerce business system for just $30 for a whole year. You get to rent a complete turnkey business system. And what that really means is that you get your replicated website, you get an e-commerce ready website that is in multi-currency, by the way, which means any currency, it is able to, take that purchase of that currency. It's e-commerce ready. You have a back office to track your business. It's got marketing and media tools, as well as a training system. So it's a turnkey business system for anyone, and to support anyone who takes up the opportunity to partner with 3 to be an e-commerce business owner. So of course, when we talk about business, then comes the question, well, what can, what can we do with it, and how much money are we able to make out of it? Well, here's what it is. 3 offers multiple ways to generate your income. It's got 6 different ways, and they're not stacked, they're actually running concurrently. So you can earn from 1, 2, 3, or all 6 of the income streams simultaneously, right? I mean, like, compare that to when I had a job. I think that was it's a very far different comparison. So the first is the retail commissions. When you are an e-commerce business owner, you've got a website, and people can purchase products from the front of your website, and the company would ship the products directly to them at doorstep, and you're going to earn 25% commission. Now, your friends could decide that they want to purchase at wholesale from the manufacturer, right? Which is like, they want to purchase at the same price that you're purchasing from the manufacturer. Everybody gets wholesale price, and they want that too. So they could buy a couple of products, and you would get an introductory bonus for their purchase. The company rewards you with a commission, a bonus for introducing the products to them, and they had made a purchase. Now, in the, as you might choose to actually do more of it and to build a larger organization. And what that means is the company then pays for the volume that you create, right? The volume of sales. So 3 actually pays for commissions based on the volume, overriding volume. Three also pays when you help someone to be successful in the business. Like you could have a friend, you could have, people who are excited about sharing health products and they go out and do the business because really you help them to become successful. Well, the company pays you a matching commission. It's like a check match. Every time they get paid, you get paid. You get a percentage between 20 to 20, 15, 10 of their percentage of their checks. And you can get that every week when they get paid, right? So that's really cool. And then there is the global bonus pool. The global bonus pool is a percentage share of the total sales revenue every week, right? So 3% is of the total sales every week is shared with people who are 4-star rank and above. And then there is also, and I say also because like I said, right, all of these run together and you could have all of them at once. There is also the global founder pool. Now, the global founder pool is for anyone who came in early into the business and want to be a part of the pioneering team. 2% of the total sales revenue is shared every week with members of the founder pool in accordance with their contribution. So it's really, really amazing. There's all these 6 different ways to generate income and they all run simultaneously. So that's really, pretty cool, right? So, my friends normally ask me, so what can I do? Where do I go from here? Well, I normally tell them you can choose to just buy a few products. You can choose to buy it retail. You can choose to buy it wholesale. But the most fun thing to do is just to choose to be a partner of the company, 3, and to have an e-commerce business of your own. And what would that take? Well, it'll be $30 to rent the business system and the tools for $30. You get all of that turnkey functions and features and a website, and then you choose a package, anything from an introduction pack to a founder plus pack. You can choose any one of these packages to get started, right? And the founder pack, well, the founder pack gives you the opportunity to be part of the global founder pool. And what it means is that you become part of the community that receives 2% of total sales revenue every week, in accordance with your contribution to the growth of the company's sales, right? So that's really by proportion. But you know what? Anyone who buys Founder Pack gets also some free products. You get $100 back token. You also get some business benefits. And on top of that, the Founder Pack gives you a 1 whole year business access, right? So it's really pretty cool. So, and if your friend went to your website and purchase any one of these 4 packages, you get to earn a commission, an introductory bonus between $25 to $350, right? So that's a really cool way to start your business. So with that, I hope I've given everybody a good flavor of what the background of the company is, what the 3 actually focuses on, and what is exciting, what is the difference, and also, the offering that 3 has, for everyone. So, next, I'd like to invite some good friends of mine who, who have joined the business as well. They are also a business owner, and they've come in, and I'd like to invite them to share their journey. So first on the list, I'd like to invite Miss Janelle Ferrell. She's out in Texas, and she's someone who's been in this industry for a really long time, and right now she's with 3. Welcome, Janelle.
Thank you so much. My journey with this company started 4 months ago. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would be in a health and wellness company. I have my master's degree, but I didn't make that much. And so I went into another, direct marketing company for 25 years. I have been with this other company. But this opportunity in 3, I just saw something that I have never seen before in 25 years. And there's a reason why I'm transitioning to 3 full time. But there's another reason. 7 months ago, my life, changed, and it made me consider 3. my 12-year-old son, was diagnosed with pandas, which is, it's a lot, insurance companies, they don't cover treatment. A huge part of the medical community does not even know how to treat pandas. And it's really hard to find a doctor. Pandas, I did not have a clue what that was. But it's an autoimmune disease which attacks the brain and it causes neuropsychiatric symptoms. And so I tried everything. I tried diets. I tried every supplement under the sun. He was on medications, treatments, everything. And I started my son on these supplements. The opportunity was shared with me four months ago. I was very hesitant. I just wasn't sure, but I started my son on these supplements, and I'm seeing changes, which is huge. So I'm just excited because I can build a business that allows you to also leave this business to your children. So that's one reason why I work so hard, because I don't know if my son will ever be able to live on his own. But my mission is to help people with their health and their wealth. And if you help enough people, your life's going to change too. And to keep my energy up. I'm 54 years old with a 6-year-old. So what was I thinking? But, my hope is that, a part of my story sparks something in you to step out of your comfort zone and create a life that you deserve. Because yes, it was scary transitioning from a 25-year career that I built. But guess what? There is something that I see in this business. And if it's changing my son's lives, it can change so many more lives. So thank you for letting me share, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that your family is feeling better. I think it's wonderful. Thank you for that. Great.
Thank you.
So next on the list, I'd like to invite a friend of mine who's based in Canada. He's an engineer, a corporate professional turned entrepreneur. Welcome, Dennis. Thanks for being on the call.
Hello, Dephy. Nice. Thank you for having me today. Well, good morning, everyone. You can see my background. Actually, I'm from Toronto, Canada, but I just came back from the Asia tour a few weeks ago, and just come back. I still have some jet lag here. But I want to share a little bit about my story. Actually, as Dephy explained, introduced, that I'm engineering. Actually, I was born in Hong Kong. I immigrated to Canada maybe 32 years ago. When I graduated from my university, actually I studied my mechanical engineering in Japan. When I come over to Canada, very luckily I find a very good job with international Japanese based in Canada as an engineer starting, and then I climb up to the corporate ladder and become the managing director at the Canadian operation. Basically, actually, very proud of myself. Actually, I just on the mid-30s, I can reach that position. But I find out in return, what happened is I'm trading a lot of my hours, my time, to solving somebody else's problem. I was working almost 15, 16, 18 hours a day, try to solve a lot of problems because I speak Japanese too. So I was wake up at night with the time difference, having meeting with the corporate in Japan. That goes on. Actually, I continued that journey for 23 years. Until I say enough is enough, and something I burn out myself, I exhausted and drag myself out of the bed and go to work, and that continued for a few years until 2015. I have a chance to get into this business and this industry, and actually really change my whole vision of how we see the world. What happened is, I thought I'm very successful in my own space, but when I walk out my profession, I know nothing. And in this industry, I met so many different background of entrepreneur, and they know every different industry. And at that time, I was talking to my mentor, And he asked me one question I still remember. He asked me, what really you want to do if money or time is not an issue for you? I was blank because I never thought about that. Anything I want to do, I just say, I have no time, I have no money, that's kind of stuff. And once it opened my mind, I say, wow, there is a big thing outside that is possible. I jumped out my comfort zone. I quit my job in 2 months, and I just jump all in to start learning, to start following these entrepreneurs. So until 2023, early 2023, these entrepreneurs actually give me a call and say, well, free is starting. Do you want to join us to start this journey? At that time, without knowing the name, the company, and the product, what it is, I just say, wow, this is my journey. I don't want to miss this time, and I'm all in. So that is how I'm in today. And I just came back from the Asia for a tour for 4 countries, and it really changed my life. And I'm just traveling a lot of places to expressing my excitement and my experience about how I can jump out as engineering and to do this kind of business. So thank you so much for having me. And I hope that everyone, after your great presentation, they will understand more and they will jump out their comfort zone. Thank you,
Thank
Dephy.
you. Thank you, Dennis. Thanks for sharing that. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate that. Wonderful. Great. So next on my list, I have another good friend, and she's somewhere just around the corner in terms of the Asian region. She's someone who has already achieved a good amount of success in this business. She's got a lot of friends and family whom she has helped and supported through this business and showed them the way. Please welcome Miss Indah Soewandy. You're on mute, Indah.
Okay, hi. Sorry about that.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for the great introduction, Dephy. Hi. Good evening and good morning, everyone. Okay, my name is Indah Soewandy. So I am based in Jakarta, Indonesia. A little bit about my educational background. I did have a master's degree decades ago in business law and accounting. And after that, I started my career as a banker for a few years. And after training being a banker, I realized that I don't want to be a banker. So I become an entrepreneur and involved in my family business. Also during past 10 years, I am into wellness. So I become health influencer and also health trainers. In fact, I was with Nike for 5 years. They trained me for 5 years, and I was their brand ambassador. So how do I get into Tree? So I was introduced to Tree by Steven and Ariga. If you guys don't know them, they are one of the top leaders in Indonesia. They are one of the people that been maxing out for the 4 or 5 weeks in a row. So yeah, I was introduced by Steven. He told me that he has this new project, this new opportunity. So when he mentioned it was a wellness project, because my background was into health and beauty, I was interested. And then Steven told me that if you want to know more about the project, let's watch the webinar by Dr. Dan Gubler. So in that moment, I was because I joined during the pre-launch phase. So at that night, I watched Dr. Dan Gubler. So I thought I was thinking I was probably just gonna watch for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and yeah, I'm just gonna buy the supplements, you got nothing to lose, like that. And then after he, of course, mentioned about the cellular absorption technology, that's when I was blown away. I was like, oh wow, he must be very genius, because I never seen anything like that in other supplements. I didn't get up from the webinar. I stayed for the whole 2 hours and listening to the amazing stuff from him. So, and then after that, I joined right away. It was during the pre-launching phase. And then the next 2 weeks, I was just sharing this to all my good friends, all my family about this technology. They were so excited and everything. So before during the first 3 months, the logistic to Indonesia was still quite slow. So it gets like 2-3 months before the products came. But before that, within 2 weeks, I got already 6 members join me, become a founder. So basically, I got the product for free. So I was thinking, wow, this business must be quite easy. And then I start looking at the business side, and then that's how I got to know Kim Hui and everything. And I feel like, okay, maybe I want to try to, start looking at this opportunity. And then the reason I wanna keep on, there's some goals and achieve that I wanna get, because as I mentioned before, I am involved in a family business, and there are perks when you're in family business. And my grandfather, he built a business from zero. So he is 87 years old, he's still alive, and he still rules the company. So he still makes decisions and everything. He's truly an inspiration. But every month he always shares stories, and he gives me this example. Every month he will give back a contribution, like a charity, like a big amount of charity. And this is like really something that I really want to do. But being in my grandfather was being still ruling, it takes me probably another 20-30 years for me to make as much amount of money as him. So I started getting serious, learning about this business, and I started reevaluating my life as well. And I thought that, this is such a great opportunity, and I've been doing it for the past year now. And then I get to contribute more to the community, to give more charity. I think there's something that makes me even become fuller, become happier. I think I love trees so much. Not also it gives you more healthy to your family and everything, but you can give contribution so much to your community around you. I think that's all from me. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Indah. Wow. I think you said one of the most beautiful things around tree, and very few people say it, which is that actually tree is all about love and contribution and community. So
Yeah.
thank you for saying that. Wonderful. Great. So, for everyone who's on the call this evening, you've met all my wonderful panelists, you've heard their stories, do go back to the person who invited you on this call, and make sure that you ask them to show you their website, and then, tell you how to get started. Okay. So with that, thank you all very much for joining me on the call today, and I shall see everybody again real soon. Thank you to all my panelists. All right. Cheers, y'all. Good night, and have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you.
Wonderful evening. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I'll like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move